Hello you all, welcome or welcome back to my channel Crochet by Diya. I hope you guys are doing good and you guys are crocheting cute things. And today's video is very important for beginners and intermediate or anybody. Okay, so today's video is about 10 crochet mistakes everyone or beginners makes and how to fix them, like how to crochet smoothly without doing so much errors. So yeah, we will talk about that. I have got my laptop on with me. I have noted down everything, and yeah, let's start. Okay, so first thing we are going to talk about is losing or adding extra stitches. It is the mistake done by everyone, by intermediate, by beginners, by pros, everyone. Okay, so what happens if you lose a stitch? Your project will go like this. It will go narrow down, and if you increase the stitch, then it will go like this. So you don't want to do that. If you are going to make a muffler, you don't want a muffler to be like this or to be like this. You want it to be straight. So to fix it, what you have to do is a very boring thing. You have to keep counting. Okay, and one thing, like most people forget to stitch at the very end and at the very corner. So doing that makes your project unclean and irregular shape. So keep in mind, don't count on every row. Count every 2 to 3 row so that you can not get bored and get irritated. Count every 2 to 3 row so that your project looks neat, clean, and in the shape. And there's one thing you can also do. You can use stitch markers to mark up your stitches to count properly. I hate using stitch markers and I rarely miss a stitch now. Like I have got very used to it. So if you are a beginner, you should use stitch marker for sure. Or you can use safety pin if you don't have a stitch marker, or you can use in thread. You can go do anything. Okay, let's move on to the second mistake everyone does, which I'll get my laptop on my hands so that I don't forget anything. Okay, so second thing we are going to talk about is edges looking uneven. So this is what I've explained on the first point as well. If you will miss the crochet stitch, any stitch, sorry, stitch at the end or at the starting, your project will look uneven, irregular in shape. It will go decreasing or increasing like wavy. So if you don't want your project to be uneven, edges looking uneven, you have to keep on counting. You should make sure you don't miss the stitch. And it also happens when like you are turning your work, you don't chain properly. Like you have to chain one or you have to chain two. If you will not do that, your project will look uneven from the sides. So keep in mind, and your project will go smoothly and very beautifully. Okay, let's move on to the third. Your crochet project curling up, crochet fabric curling up. So we have noticed that sometimes we crochet a project starts like this, and this. You don't want that. You suppose you are making a cardigan. You don't you want your cardigan to be like curling up and like this and this. You want it to be straight and sweet and nice. Okay. So for the curling up, you have to do is keep your tension light. Don't keep it too tight. You have to keep it loosen. And sometimes we wrap the yarn here. It makes the project very tight. So make sure that it's not too tight, like not too loose as well, but not too tight. And this also happens when you use wrong crochet hook. Like for example, you are using weight 5 yarn and you are using 2 mm hook. It doesn't make sense, right? So you have to use proper hook for weight of yarn. Okay, so this is the third problem. Now let's shift to the fourth one. Tight tension. Stitches are difficult to insert into the chains and into the stitches. So what you have to do is, as I have explained in problem number 3, that don't make your tension too tight. You have to keep it like normal, not too loose, not too tight. It should be decent. I will show you the pictures I've made with decent, yeah, with decent tension I use the tight tension for the amigurumis. I don't want it to be looking like the holes poking type thing, and I keep it light for the like oversizey things, and if I want the project to be flowy. Otherwise, I'll keep my tension tighter for the amigurumis, or if I want to be the very fitted type something look, then I use a tight tension. Otherwise, you should keep your tension very normal, like decent. If even after losing your tension you still think that your project is looking tight, then you should upgrade your hook size. Like if you are using 4 mm, you should use 5 mm. If you are using 5 mm, you should shift to 5.5 mm or 6 mm. So that's the thing you can do. And yeah, that's it for the fourth problem. Now we are going to shift to the fifth one. I think which happens to very rarest of people, at least I haven't seen people like this. So loose tension. Most people keep their tension very loose, like the if you are making the project or the clothing piece, you'll see like big holes in it. That means you have to lower your hook size, you have to keep your tension tight. If you are wrapping up your yarn here, you should keep it a little tight, don't keep it loose, as holes don't look that great. You want your crochet project to be looking nice and pretty, right? So yeah, increase up your hook size and keep your tension loose. So it might seem confusing that previously I've said keep your tension tight, now I'm saying keep it loose and normal. So like if we'll keep it tight, it will curl up. If we'll keep it loose, it will show holes, like you can peek through it. So that's why I'm saying you have to keep the normal tension. You shouldn't do the tight or loose tension. Let's talk about the sixth one, and this happens to me a lot. So yeah, you should definitely listen to this one. Is to not to check a dialogue. So I have got this yarn with me. It's for the Mancool knit, if you want to know. It's for summers. Okay, coming to the point. There's information written on the label of every yarn, and you should better cut it out or click the photo or save the name or remember it or do whatever of it. Okay, because for example, you are making a cardigan and you've got 400 grams of yarn, and then you got out of it, you ran out of it, and you need to buy more. So if you don't know the shade, how will you order it? Like one color has different shades. You might think that on the website it's looking same, but sometimes it's not. Yeah, so better save the details so that you don't have to unravel your project because you couldn't find the yarn. You don't want your hard work to go in the water. So yeah, please make sure that you keep the label or you take the photo of it. Eighth problem is also similar to it, that is not getting enough yarn. So why am I saying this? Like you must be thinking, oh, if I'll get out of the yarn, out of the yarn, I can order it again. No, girl, no. Let me tell you that suppose you have ordered this yarn, 400 grams of it, and a month later or 2 months later, you are ordering it again, and there is a chance that both the colors can look different even though the shade name is same. So this happens because when it gets dyes, it's obvious that colors might slightly vary. Like in each dye lot, colors may slightly vary. Okay, so you have to keep the and buy the enough amount of it at the first point. Better get it extra than thinking to order it next time. It will save up your time, it will save up your energy, it will save up your hard work, and it will save up your project. Yes, let's move to the next one. Eighth problem is not reading the entire pattern. And this is so me. I don't watch the YouTube video like properly when I'm following someone's tutorial. And later on, it goes something like this, which I don't understand. And when I see the comments, like, here's a tip. You should first see the comments of any video you are following. Like, comments tell everything. If there's a problem in the video or not, they will tell you everything. So first scroll through all the comments and then start up with the tutorial or the video or the pattern you are following, and always go through all the pattern and then start making it You don't want to waste your time by doing half project and then later on realizing that you don't know how to do it. So better see the pattern, full pattern first till the end, note down everything and then start up with it. Okay, coming to our second last problem is forgetting where you have stopped. So it's a very nice kind of problem I go through. Not nice, I'm kidding. Like, I start the project and I leave it behind, and then when I'm back to it, I forgot what I have did, which row I am in, which hook I have used, what yarn was I using. So, this is a very common problem, and you should keep in mind that you shouldn't do it. So, solution for that is like when you are starting a project and you have left it midway, then you should keep the note of it, that what yarn you were using, what hook you were using, in which row you were. You should definitely note that, because suppose you have made an half project and then you are picking it up a month later and you forgot what hook size you were using. Let's say you were using 3 mm hook last time and now you are using 4 mm, thinking that, oh, I have used the 4 mm, let's continue with it. And later you'll realize that the suppose bottom part of it is very like tight and the upper part of it is very loose. Why? Because you have used the two different hooks. So mention your hook size, your yarn, your row, everything in a notebook or on your phone. 10th and the last problem is your project after completing is not looking good or even or like in the proper shape. So for that you have to do steaming or blocking. That makes your project bigger, it makes your project look comfortable, and it smoothens it out. I very rarely do it, but if your project is looking slow or looking very stiff and you want to loosen it, you should try steaming or blocking. It makes the project look very soft, feels soft, looks nice. Okay, so you should comment down below what problem you make the most. What I make the most is forgetting where I was and what hook I have used. So yeah, that's it. I hope this video is helpful for you. And if you have still any questions, you can comment down below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, please. Help me grow. Bye bye, crocheters. Love you.